Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into the dark underbelly of Windows commands. Ever get that shiver down your spine thinking about hackers lurking in the shadows of the internet? Well, those shivers are about to get real because we're about to expose the commands they use to wreak havoc on unsuspecting Windows systems. Get ready to have your minds blown, because some of these commands are probably ones you use every day, completely unaware of their sinister potential. Stay tuned, smash that like button because things are about to get spicy. Alright guys, first up we've got netstat, a command as unassuming as your grandma's knitting needles, but with the potential to be just as dangerous in the wrong hands. See, netstat is like the gossipy neighbor of Windows commands. It provides a real-time peek into all the network connections happening on your computer. Sounds innocent, right? Wrong. Hackers can use this seemingly harmless command to spy on your network activity, seeing which websites you're visiting, what data you're sending and receiving, and even potentially sniffing out your login credentials. Imagine a hacker sitting in a dimly lit room, fingers flying across the keyboard, running netstat on your compromised machine. They see you're connected to your bank's website and boom! They've got you right where they want you. But it's not just about stealing your banking information. Hackers can use netstat to map out your entire network, identifying other vulnerable devices and planning a full-scale digital assault. By understanding how hackers use netstat, you can take steps to protect yourself, use strong, unique passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and keep your system updated with the latest security patches. Next up on our hit list of hacker favorite commands is tasklist. If netstat is the gossipy neighbor, then tasklist is the private investigator, revealing the secret lives of all the processes running on your computer. Now, processes are like the behind-the-scenes crew of your computer. They're the unsung heroes that keep things running smoothly, but they can also be exploited by hackers with malicious intent. Tasklist gives these digital detectives a peek behind the curtain, showing them exactly what's going on under the hood. Imagine this. A hacker gains access to your system through a phishing scam or a malicious download. They want to see what kind of security software you're running so they can disable it and wreak havoc. By running this command, they can see a list of all active processes, including your antivirus, firewall, and any other security measures you have in place. Once they've identified their targets, they can terminate those processes, leaving your system vulnerable to all sorts of nasty attacks. Hackers can also use tasklist to identify processes that are consuming a lot of system resources, which could be a sign of malware running in the background. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get technical. We're talking about nslookup, the command line tool that's like a digital detective for domain names and IP addresses. Now you might be thinking, Linus, what in the world is a domain name and why should I care? Well, my friend, a domain name is simply the human-readable address of a website like google.com or leithstore.com. Behind the scenes, every domain name is associated with an IP address, which is a unique numerical identifier. Think of it like this. Your domain name is like your street address, while your IP address is like your GPS coordinates. So where does nslookup come in? Well, hackers can use this command to uncover the IP address associated with a particular domain name. Once they have the IP address, they can launch more targeted attacks, bypass firewalls, or even redirect traffic to malicious websites. Imagine you're trying to access your bank's website, but instead, you're redirected to a fake website designed to steal your login credentials. Ever feel like your computer is keeping secrets from you? Well, with the ipconfig command, those secrets are about to be spilled. This little command is like the key to your network's diary, revealing all sorts of juicy details about your connection. Now you might be thinking, Linus, why would a hacker care about my IP address or subnet mask? Oh my sweet summer child, those pieces of information are like gold to a digital thief. With your IP address, a hacker can pinpoint your location, potentially targeting you with more precise attacks. They can also use it to launch denial of service attacks, flooding your network with traffic and knocking you offline. ipconfig also reveals your subnet mask, which is like a map of your local network. Hackers can use this information to identify other devices connected to your network, like printers, smartphones, or even your smart refrigerator. Remember those late-night gaming sessions where you'd brag about your low ping? Well, in the world of hacking, ping is more than just a measure of network latency, it's a powerful tool for reconnaissance and attack. You see, ping sends out a signal like a digital bat signal and waits for a response. If the target device receives the signal, it sends back a confirmation, letting the sender know it's alive and kicking. Simple, right? Well, hackers can exploit this seemingly innocuous command to gather information about your network and even launch devastating attacks. For example, they can use ping to map out your network, identifying active devices and their IP addresses. It's like shining a flashlight in a dark room, revealing all the hidden corners. Hackers can also use ping to launch denial of service attacks, flooding your system with ping requests and overwhelming your connection. Ever wonder how data gets from your computer to a website halfway across the world? It's like magic, right? Well, not quite. It's actually thanks to a complex network of routers that act like digital traffic cops, directing data packets to their destination. And guess what? Hackers have a secret weapon to spy on this digital highway, the tracert command. This handy little tool allows them to trace the route that data packets take from your computer to a specific destination. Knowing the route is like having a map to a treasure chest. Hackers can use this information to identify vulnerable points along the way, potentially intercepting your data or launching targeted attacks. Imagine you're sending a sensitive email containing your credit card information. A hacker using tracert could potentially intercept that email at a vulnerable router, stealing your information before it even reaches its destination. Alright folks, it's time to talk about everyone's favorite topic, passwords. Or more specifically, how hackers can use the netuser command to wreak havoc on user accounts. Now you might be thinking, Linus, I'm not an idiot, I use strong passwords, and that's great. But even the strongest passwords won't save you if a hacker gains access to your system through other means, like a phishing scam or a software vulnerability. Once they're in, netuser becomes their playground. This powerful command allows them to view, create, modify, and even delete user accounts on your system. They can basically become the puppet master of your digital world, granting themselves administrative privileges, disabling your account, or even creating backdoor accounts for easy access in the future. Imagine logging into your computer one day to find that all your files are gone, your settings are messed up, and you can't access any of your data. Hold on to your hard drives, everyone, because we're about to dive into the deep end of network settings with netsh. This command line tool is like the control panel for your entire network, giving you access to everything from firewall rules to Wi-Fi settings. Now you might be thinking, Linus, I barely understand my own Wi-Fi password, why are we talking about this? Well, my friend, the reason we're talking about netsh is because it's a hacker's dream come true. With netsh, they can change your firewall rules, allowing malicious traffic to flow freely through your network. They can modify your IP address, making it look like you're the one launching attacks. They can even create fake Wi-Fi hotspots, tricking you into connecting and stealing your precious data. Imagine connecting to your favorite coffee shop's Wi-Fi, only to find out later that it was a fake hotspot set up by a hacker using netsh. Alright folks, it's time to venture into the heart of darkness, the Windows registry. This massive database is like the blueprint for your entire operating system, containing settings for everything from your desktop wallpaper to your system security. And guess what? Hackers have a skeleton key to this digital fortress, the reg command. With reg, they can modify registry keys, injecting malicious code, disabling security features, or even causing system instability. Even a small mistake in the registry can render your system unusable. Imagine a hacker using reg to disable your antivirus software, leaving your system vulnerable to all sorts of malware. And last but not least, we come to schtasks, the command that's like a digital time bomb waiting to unleash chaos upon your system. This seemingly innocuous tool allows users to schedule tasks to run automatically at specific times or intervals. Sounds convenient, right? Well, in the wrong hands, schtasks can be a hacker's best friend. They can use it to schedule malicious scripts to run without your knowledge, effectively turning your computer into their personal zombie. Imagine a hacker gaining access to your system and using schtasks to schedule a script that steals your passwords every time you log in. And there you have it, the top 10 Windows commands hackers use to wreak havoc. We've gone from network sniffing with netstat to registry manipulation with reg, exposing the dark underbelly of these seemingly harmless commands. By understanding the tools and tactics hackers use, you can better protect yourself from their malicious intentions. Keep your systems updated, use strong passwords, be wary of suspicious emails, and never underestimate the importance of cybersecurity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tech deep dives. And until next time, stay safe and stay informed.